Okay, sir. So, for the benefit of those that will be watching this interview, can you give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Okay, my name is Patrick Akpan. I'm the Lagos State Coordinator of Network of People Living with HIV and AIDS in Nigeria, NEPWHAN.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So, sir, how was life before you discovered your status as an HIV person?
You mean to say person living with HIV?
Oh, yes, sir. Thanks for the correction. So, how was life before then?
Yes, the life was, it was normal. It was normal and there was no, I live my normal life and I just left the university not too long. I left university in 1998, 99, and then I served 99, 2000. That is year 99, 2000. Then I was living my normal life. I worked and until I moved to Lagos in 2003, and I got a good job in Lagos. It was then that I, I, I started falling ill regularly, and
Hmm.
I had to uh, I had to think of what I would do for myself, and then I decided to personally go to the University of Lagos Teaching Hospital. Then it was General Hospital then, and I went there and I saw the test. I did the test, and after the test, I was asked to come back a few days, maybe a week later. I came back and I saw where they wrote reactive.
Hmm.
I didn't know what reactive means, but I saw something that made me think that it was positive. It
Hmm.
said in that write-up, it was written there that is subject to confirmation.
Okay.
When I look at it, I say, when they say something is subject to confirmation, that means something there is something that has been seen.
Hmm.
And so that was how I got to know my status.
Okay. So, but at what point did
So
you?
after that, okay,
Okay, I was about
go
asking
ahead.
that. I was about asking that at what point did you took the decision that you want to go and check your status, and what actually motivated you to go to the hospital to say you want to run HIV test?
That I was falling ill regularly, constantly.
Hmm.
So I was get every time I fall ill and I see different boil on my face, on my different part of my body. Every time it becomes a daily occurrence. If one finished today, the following day I will see another set of boil coming out of my body. So I I was not the one that really um, took that initiative, but my elder brother, whom I was living with, told me to go and check myself. He didn't say I should go for HIV test,
Hmm.
but I thought that was. I now decided that okay, I have been reading books. I've heard of symptoms of HIV. I mean, these boys and all this because I was taking a lot of, I've taken all the medication that I think, antibiotics that I know that I supposed to take. The doctors have prescribed so many of it for me, and I've taken them. It will just go a while and come back again.
Hmm.
So I felt something was wrong. I was just guessing. I said, okay, let me go and do this test and see whether it could be something I did not even believe that it's going to be positive, but I just wanted to do the test.
Okay.
But it came out to be positive.
Okay. So after getting the result, what was your next line of action?
I did not take any action because as at that time I was ignorant of it. I didn't know that there is any treatment. I was just thinking that okay, since it seems it is positive, but what it means is that I'm going to die.
Hmm.
So I start preparing for my death.
Hmm.
So that was it. I start the preparation. I know that well, there's no remedy, and I was there for good 1 year without taking treatment. From 2004 to 2005. I until 2005 when I had a lack where I was rushed to the hospital, and I was people I was revived. I was revived, and after I finished, I open up to them, and and they refer me to NIMA, Nigeria Institute of Medical Research, where I did I did another confirmatory test, and I was also placed on medication. But there's something that happened at Nigeria Institute of Medical Research.
Hmm.
When I got there, after running the test, I was told that my CD4, that is the immune system that in my body, is as low as 10,
Hmm.
and which is one of the lowest of for a person that ever lived.
Hmm.
So uh, so in fact, I cannot forget that the doctor had to place me on drug when the result of the other test didn't come out. He told me that I'm a walking corpse, so
Hmm.
they should just give me the drug and see if there is anything to remedy from the situation. And
Hmm.
eventually, here am I today. I'm the head of a big network in a state like Lagos. So I
So
keep telling people my life that I'm living is a bonus life.
okay. So
Go ahead.
during sir, during the period of the discovery and the commencement of treatment, as of that time, were you married? And if you were not married, do you have somebody you wanted to get married to?
Yes,
And how did you break the news to the person?
yes, yes. I had somebody was with me. My current wife was still with me. The wife that is with me right now was
Hmm.
still with me as a fiancée then. And so we courted for like 3 years
Hmm.
before I, I could realize that I was HIV positive. And when I became sick, she was there. When I collapsed, she was there. She was among the people that took me to the hospital, but I had to invite my cousin from the village to come so that if I die, they will not accuse her of killing me.
Hmm.
So I decided to bring somebody who I was able to disclose my status to, and told him how to handle my corpse and other belongings or other properties that I have.
As of then, have you informed her of your status, and what was her reaction if you did?
I did not inform her of my status immediately. What I did was I invited her from Port Harcourt to come. When I noticed that I am reactive as I saw it on that paper, I invited her to come from Port Harcourt. She was
Okay.
living in Port Harcourt. She visited me, and I took her to the same general hospital for us to do a test. This time around, I pretended that I've never done the test before.
Okay.
So we did the test together again. And and I did not allow her to wait for that test. She had to go back to Port Harcourt. I was the one that, though they refused to give me the result, they said that they didn't supposed to give me her result. I told them, well, if you're not giving me the result, she's no longer in Lagos. She has gone back to Port Harcourt, so that means the result is useless. But because her result was negative and nothing to it, the people just decided to give it to me and say, okay, the result is, but your own is positive. They told me that mine is positive. I need to go um, for confirmatory tests,
Mm.
and for her own, it was negative. So I I concluded that okay, this marriage will not hold.
Mm.
I didn't disclose to her, but I was avoiding her.
Mm.
Yes. So, but when I was in lawsuit, I was very sick, and I thought I may die because almost everybody on that ward that came had died. I
Mm.
was the only one left. So I thought maybe I will also join them. So I decided to open up to her. I said, okay, so that you will know that that is why I've been delaying the marriage.
Mm.
I I don't want to infect you, and that was why I delayed the marriage. I've not been talking about marriage uh, lately.
Mm.
Um, I thought she would say, oh, she will run away. But what came out of her mouth was that, is that why you were hiding? Is that why you have been delaying? If you are well and you are okay, I will still marry you with this. I said,
Mm.
is this lady, does she know what she's talking about?
Mm.
You want to marry me with this virus
Mm.
and you are not positive? But I just thought you just wanted me to look good because
Mm.
I was sick.
Mm.
But that was not the case. She meant what she said. And as soon as I became better, she told me that, okay, since you are ready, you are better now, can we start the process of the marriage?
Mm.
I was still not believing myself, but cut the long story short, she's still in my house. In fact, as at the time you call, because I'm not right now at home, uh, she just finished speaking. So we've been speaking together, and she's a lovely wife. When I mean lovely, one of the best marriages that we have in this country.
Okay. Blessed with how many children?
Yes, I have three children.
Wow.
All of them are negative, and she is still negative.
Okay. So at what point did you decided to join the, NGO to keep, advocating for the cause you've been advocating for?
Yes, when I noticed that at least to some extent, I have gone to school, and I felt that this um, this field may actually need me. I had to leave where I was working to come to the support group of people living with HIV at the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research, Yaba,
Mm.
to start volunteering.
Hmm.
The the staff of the support group then were surprised to see me coming to volunteer, because then I look matured, I look like somebody who has money and all that. You know, it's not common in Africa or in Nigeria where people will come and do free work without
Mm-hmm.
asking for pay.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, but I came in and I told them, you don't need to pay me, but I want to learn. I want to be part of this support group.
Hmm.
And they said, okay, if you don't need us to pay you, you are free. You can be coming. So I was going there. They were having the support group had an OVC project that they were running, and I was there. I used to help them and all that. Eventually, when the election came, I said I want to contest. I want to be part of the leadership at NIMA then. NIMA is Nigerian Institute of Medical Research here.
Mm-hmm.
So their support group. Eventually, I was able to to win the position of the deputy coordinator.
Hmm.
Uh, then after winning that deputy coordinator, I mean, we're supposed to be 3 years. When as we entered the second year, automatically I became the coordinator. So that is the journey. That is how I started this journey.
Hmm.
I finished that his tenure. Just like good luck Jonathan did in Nigeria, I finished his tenure. I contest again. I won,
Mm-hmm.
and I finished my own tenure too. And after that, I had to leave because I finished my tenure in that place. I now start my own support group that is running currently. It was through that support group that I now contest the state coordinator of NEPWHAN. Eventually, I won.
Okay. So
And you know that this is Lagos. Okay.
no, right on, sir.
I was trying okay, I was trying to say that this is Lagos, and you can see I'm not directly, I live in Lagos, but my origin is not from Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
But in HIV, I think nobody is talking about whether you are from Yoruba, you are Igbo, or you are whatever. We unite, and they elected me the coordinator, and I've been working for them for the past 5 years now. I've been the coordinator of NEPWHAN in Lagos State.
Okay, so sir, I'm sorry to draw us back. What important lesson did you learn in the during the time when you were supposed to, go and commence treatment upon your discovery that you were positive, and for a whole year you didn't even bother to go and commence treatment? What important lesson do you learn as of those period?
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to say that I did not even know. So I
Hmm.
was not that I didn't bother. I was ignorant.
Hmm.
So I didn't know that there is treatment. So
Okay.
that is what. But for the lesson learned, that was that was a costly mistake that I made, and it's only the grace of God that I am living. That's why I said I am living a bonus life.
Hmm.
I have, when I now grow up and start working in this field, I've seen people who have not get to the point that I got to. They don't
Hmm.
make it. They do not. Most of them will not make it. Not to talk of the level that I was. It was really really bad. I was the situation was very very bad, and that is why I decided to come out. No matter the position I'm holding in the society, I believe that there is no need for anybody to stigmatize anybody living with HIV. There is
Hmm.
no point, because I do what others can do. Today I woke up, I woke up, I went to the work, I we walked through Alausa and we went to the House of Assembly to do empowerment to our people. And I came back. And tomorrow I'm going back again. So there is that energy is still there. I have my, there is nothing that make me different from other people without the virus. So nobody should even think of stigmatizing people living with HIV because it's just a misplaced of priority. Because we are just like every other person. The, the virus does not stop people from working. It doesn't take away energy from people. They can work. They can read. They go to school and the same thing. So I did not even tell you that as at the time I became the coordinator of the support group Positive Life Organization of Nigeria. I now realize that it will be better that I go to the university again to read a course that is related to this field. I know I wasn't a science-oriented person, so uh, rather about the social science. So I decided to go to the University of Lagos to read for community development and social work at the master level, and I graduated. So I that helped me a lot in my current position in the state.
Okay, so sir, the last question will be your general message to people in society and people living with HIV.
Okay, for people living with HIV, let me start with my constituency. I want to call upon my people not to stigmatize themselves
Hmm,
because self-stigma is killing.
hmm,
Self-stigma is more dangerous than external stigma.
hmm,
Nobody is looking at you, you think people are looking at you. Nobody is discriminating against you, you are already discriminating against yourself. You are doing you are not doing well to yourself.
hmm,
So don't stigmatize yourself, live your normal life. Don't allow the virus to deprive you of what you God has destined you to be.
hmm,
So go ahead, go out there and live your normal life, live it in full,
hmm,
but do not try to infect people because we are trying that we end it by 2030.
hmm,
So don't try to infect people. We don't want to have new infection. Rather, take your drug medication very well because I don't know whether you have heard of a slogan, you equal to you,
hmm,
meaning undetectable equal to untransmittable.
hmm,
So if somebody takes drugs very well and reach an undetectable level of uh, 20 copies per mil of viral load, it
hmm,
means he may not likely uh, infect anybody.
hmm,
So we are asking, I'm now telling my people to take their medication well and check themselves so that they will achieve undetectable level and then they will not transmit the virus to the people they come in contact with.
hmm.
Then I also want to tell the general public that HIV can only be transmitted in 4 ways. So there is no need for you to stigmatize people because if you don't get involved in those 4 ways, you can't contract the virus. You cannot. There are 4 major ways that one can transmit or contract the virus.
Okay.
And those 4 ways is one, having unprotected sexual intercourse with an HIV infected partner, or sharing HIV infected sharp object. Then the third one is transfusion of infected HIV infected blood or blood product.
Hmm,
And then the fourth is vertical transmission, where a woman can transmit the virus to the baby, to the child during pregnancy.
Hmm.
So these are the four ways that the mother can transmit in the womb, during labor, and during breastfeeding.
Hmm.
So these are the ways that one can contract the virus. So if you have not had all these things I have mentioned now, so you cannot get the virus by mere sitting with me or discussing, eating with me. That will not transmit the virus. I've lived with my wife for 20 years and we are having children. So I have not infected her. So people should look at this and see that it is not that when you are with some person living with HIV, you you get infected. No, it's
Hmm.
not true. So I am also calling on government to to government of Nigeria, that the donors have done a lot over the years and they are planning to leave.
Hmm.
Please, I'm begging the government of Nigeria, the president of Nigeria, and to please sustain this tempo that the international community has helped us. Let them sustain that tempo. Let us not have drug scarcity, even when it is their turn to take charge. That they should take charge and also make sure that we have drugs that we take, because that is what is keeping us. We need to take this drug every day. So I'm pleading with government. We should prepare our health insurance very well in case people need to buy the drug or something, so that the insurance can cover those drugs and we can be able to afford it. These are some of my call, and I am pleading with the government of Nigeria to do that for us. With this, um, we can end AIDS in 2030. There are also one group of people that currently the program does not cover their medication. People with renal issues, that is, people who have kidney problem, those people have to take a reduced dose of the drug that we are taking. And that reduced dose is not readily available. These people find it difficult to survive. So I'm pleading with government to try and complement the effort of the international donors and get this drug for these categories of people, so that they can also live. I know that we have what we call fundamental human right. The right to life is one of the fundamental human rights. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.